Welcome back to the channel. I'm Mike O'Brien, and in this video we're looking at 4 different pairs of truly wireless earbuds. Now the first one is going to be the Galaxy Buds. That is the standard we're comparing to, and these are $130. So the other one's going to be budget options that are much cheaper than this. So $20, $80, and $50, all of which are clearly, almost half the price of these, and yet they claim to have, the similar features, if not even better features than the Galaxy Buds. So I'm really going to break down the ins and outs and show you what you're actually paying for. Is it the brand, or are you getting anything special out of the Galaxy Buds? And then also we'll be looking at which of these 3 is actually the best one for you. Are any of them a great deal or any of them a terrible deal? And we're going to be testing the range, the pair speed, the battery life, the waterproofing on some of them. There's a lot to talk about with these different earbuds. Let's just get right into this video. So starting off with the Passonomi, these are $49 on Amazon, and in my opinion, these are the most similar out of all of these to the Galaxy Buds. These have thousands of 5-star reviews on Amazon, and they were Amazon's choice. So they were rated really high, and I wanted to see what all the fuss was about. So I got these. They're very, very similar to the Galaxy Buds, as you'll see in a second, except for the fact that the case is significantly larger. Now the reason the case is so much larger is because it doubles as a phone charger, has a 2200 milliamp hour battery life, in the case, that is. So you can recharge your buds quite a few times, or you can charge your phone. Cool feature to have if you're traveling very long distances. Inside you'll see there's a clear case, or clear top of the case, and then you have 3 little LEDs right there to tell you the status of the batteries. On the actual buds, they have LEDs on that as well, and they look a little bit different from the Galaxy Buds in that they stick farther into your ear. Okay, so let's talk about the functions and the pros and the cons to see why these are actually so much cheaper than the Galaxy Buds. So these fit in your ear, and they don't have the wingtips like the Galaxy Buds do. Instead, they just have the little ear tips right there. Although when they fit in, they seem to be very comfortable, and they fit all the way in your ear. They don't fall out. So the ergonomics are definitely, in my opinion, pretty good for this. Now, as far as functions go, these are waterproof with IPX7 waterproofing. I'll show you a clip right now. I tested these in my hand, as well as I wore them in the shower for an entire shower, so maybe like 5 minutes. It's not that long, but regardless, they worked the entire time with only one drawback, and that was that sometimes the hot water would set off the touchpad sensors on the sides. So both buds do have a touchpad on them, so there are no physical buttons anywhere on these. So when you put them in your ear, you can touch it once to play or pause, you can double tap to go forward a song, or you can tap and hold on one or the other to turn the volume up or down. Now these don't have nearly as many sensors on the inside of your ear as you see on the Galaxy Buds, so they don't have the second microphone on the inside, and they don't have proximity sensors, which means that when you put them in your ears or take them out, they won't know that they're in or out of your ears, and therefore they won't automatically pause when you take them out of your ears. Now, I don't really see that as much of a problem, because whenever I take these out of my ears, I put them in the case, just instinctively. That's what I do anyway, so that I don't lose them. And when you put them in the case, they will automatically stop and turn off. So automatically turning on and turning off is a really nice feature of these. This case does not support wireless charging, so you do actually have to charge it with a micro USB right there. So that is one drawback if you traditionally use a charging pad. Although if you are looking to charge, your Galaxy Buds on the back of your phone, you don't need to worry about this anyway on this one, because the battery is so much larger in the case that if you keep putting these buds back in here, they're going to recharge quite a few times. Now, as far as the audio goes, when you use these, I would argue that they may be slightly louder than the Galaxy Buds actually. Although the bass is almost non-existent on these, the quality is going to reflect probably what you would expect from a $50 pair of earbuds. So let's talk about the test results right now. So when I did the testing of the pairing speed for this, so that means opening it up, it automatically pairs with my phone as soon as you take these out. I listened for when it paired and showed up on my phone, and it was 5.5 seconds for these to pair. Very quick. Honestly, that is the second quickest out of all of these, so I'm very impressed with the pairing speed for this. As far as the range, I was able to go 195 feet away before they started breaking up and losing connection. And that could have been plus or minus 5 or 10 feet. It's really hard to tell exactly where it cuts off. But the battery life on this was also very good. I was able to get about 6 hours based on a sample extrapolated. So, very good battery life on these as well. And that is without putting them back in the case. If you're putting them back in the case, obviously they'll be lasting much, much longer than that. As far as Bluetooth goes, these don't operate independently, like I said, but they do support Bluetooth 5.0, very much like the Galaxy Buds do. So definitely some great Bluetooth capabilities there. And they come with actually 5 different tips on them. So the ergonomics, like I said, are pretty good. They don't have the wing tips, but the fact that they have 5 different little tiny tips to go way down in your ear canal means that they are very customizable for soundproofing at least. And then the rest is pretty standard for the shape of an ear. So for some reason, they seem to fit really nicely in my ear. I don't have a problem with them falling out. I really don't think they're uncomfortable at all. So you know, I used them for about a week now, every single day, and I can typically wear them for about 2 hours at a time before they get uncomfortable at all. And that's sort of on par with the Galaxy Buds in my opinion, where I can wear the Galaxy Buds for maybe 2 to 2.5 hours before they start to get kind of uncomfortable. A quick little aside, it doesn't have to be right now, but if at any point in this video you decide that you like it or find any value, please remember to go down and like and subscribe so that more people can see this video and gain the same value out of it that you did. Next, we have the SENTRY wireless earbuds. These are $25 or $20 depending on where you look. These are definitely the cheapest of the cheap. They don't have touchpads on them. Instead, they're little clicky buttons, which is a major drawback in my opinion. When you put them in your ears and you push the button, it clicks really, really loud. And I mean, if we're gonna talk about aesthetics, like, let's be honest, you look kind of like Shrek when you put these in your ear. They also don't have a charging case. You have to plug them in independently with this sort of little two-pronged micro USB cable. Not really great. So because there's no charging case, one benefit is that these are a lot smaller, they fit in your pocket, and because they're cheaper, I would be less worried about losing them, and they're also significantly larger. So as far as ergonomics go, when you stick them in your ear, they stick way out and it sort of like weighs itself down, so they are very prone to falling out. If you're looking to run with these or work out, I would say these are probably not the best pair to use. Now, unfortunately, these little guys did not fare very well in this testing. They paired in 9.6 seconds, which was faster than the Jams, but about twice as long as the other two buds we tested, and then the actual range on these, unfortunately, was just pitiful. They had 54 feet of range before they started cutting out, and I couldn't hear the music. I guess that's just what it is when you get cheaper earbuds. The audio is very poor. It's almost non-existent bass. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna waste any more time to really talk about these. Now, the Jam Ultras, I picked these because these look really cool. They come in about anywhere from $70 to $80, but you can find different prices all over the internet. Sometimes they're $100, sometimes they're $60. I don't know, it depends on where you look, but they have sort of this really nice looking case. It looks like a speaker. Obviously, it's not a speaker because inside you have your wireless earbuds. This also doubles as a charging battery pack for your phone, really. And as far as aesthetics go, I think they look really cool. They're small. They look a little bit like a beetle hanging out of your ear. So that's a little bit, you know, I wish they fit a little tighter into your ear canal and like in your ear cavity right there, so it looked better. But regardless, they come in different colors. They have a physical button on them, and I kind of do actually like the button as opposed to the touchpad sometimes, because you're not poking into your ear as much, and it's quieter if you're just kind of clicking on the top. So as far as sound goes, it is nice that they're quieter. Touchpads are also convenient because it is, you know, you have other options with them. You can double tap really quickly, very easily, as opposed to clicking a whole bunch of buttons. But regardless, I do think that these are pretty nice. There are 7 different ear tips that these come with. There's no really right or left defined. So, I mean, it says it on there, but they are sort of universal. Like you put it in either ear and they definitely fit both ways. As far as the sound quality goes, I would say they're a little bit muddy, but they're definitely a decent quality. Compared to the other two, I would say that these are definitely on par with the Pasanomi. Probably not quite as good as the Galaxy Buds, but again, not quite as much bass as I would like from these little things. Now, what is cool about them, they do have magnets in the case that they stick right in. And I should have mentioned that with the Pasanomi as well. They have magnets in the case to hold the buds in the case when they're charging. And of course, they have those little charging pads right there. That's how they charge within the case. A feature that I think a lot of people really like about these is the ability to pair with one or both of them. So you can either pair to Jam Ultras, which is going to be both of them, or you can pair to Jam Ultra Mono, which is only going to be one of them if you want to have the other one in the case. That's something that you can't do with the other two knockoff pairs that you can with these. Definitely a cool feature. They also fit in, you know, even though they stick out a little bit, they don't fall out. I think the little tips on here really do a good job of holding them in place so that if you're running or working out, I don't think you'll have a problem with these falling out of your ear, you know, really that often. These are also IPX4 water resistant, so they should be okay if you're sweating on them. I think that is relatively similar to the Galaxy Buds in that, you know, you probably don't have to worry about splashing them, but I don't think I would be wearing them in the shower. Another thing to note is this, again, is not capable of wireless charging, so you will be charging with a micro USB, and then you can charge your phone from this case if you're interested in doing that. Now, when I opened these up and paired, it took about 10.5 seconds, so this was actually the slowest one to pair with, but the range was somewhere in the middle. I was able to get about 150 to 156 feet, so not the best, but definitely not the worst. And the battery life on these was actually pretty good. I was able to get about 5 hours on these. They claim it's supposed to be, you know, like 4 or 5 hours, and I was getting 5 hours on these, which was very impressive. And again, very large case in here, so as soon as you put them back in, they'll be recharging a couple times. So lastly, we have the Galaxy Buds. Now I made an entire separate video about that one. I'll link it right up there in the cards. If you want to watch it, go ahead and check that out. But some of the key features that these have that the others don't, that in my opinion are the extra money after the $80, the last $50 you're spending, you're going to be getting, these functions. So first of all, they function totally independently. You don't have to pair a mono mode or anything like that. You can literally just open it up, take either one out, and it'll pair automatically with your phone, and you can listen to one or both, and it doesn't matter which one you listen to either. So that is a big bonus right there. Also, magnetic case closure. It's a very small, compact case. You're not going to be able to charge your phone with it, but it does charge wirelessly on the back of your phone if you have an S10 or on a wireless charging pad. So definitely great features there. You can also have more controls on the touch pads of these. So instead of just having, like the Pasanomi were great how they had the cap touch just like these, but they only had single or double tap or tap and hold. These also have triple tap. So a little bit of extra functionality there. And then with the Galaxy Wear app, you can also customize that. So you can have the tap and hold, summon like a Google Assistant, or maybe instead you can have it working with, Siri if you do iPhone, of course, or you can do like volume up, volume down. So you can sort of customize these a little bit more in that sense. And then lastly, what these had that the other ones did not have was the ability to sort of have, they know when they're in your ears. So they have the proximity sensors, and they also have the accelerometers. So extra sensors in here allow them to know when they're in or out of your ears, and they'll automatically pause the music when they're out of your ears. When you put them in your ears, they recognize that, and they reactivate the touch pads so that you can, again, use them. And if you take one out, you're not accidentally pausing your music. Now the Galaxy Buds, when you open them up, granted this is a Galaxy S10 I was using, it pairs in just 4 seconds. So very, very quick. And again, this actually pairs just from opening. You don't have to take them out. So it sort of has a head start with that as well. From the time you open, it starts pairing. I was able to go 207 feet away before I started losing connection with these. And again, that could be plus or minus a couple feet. So I would actually rank these two to have approximately the same range, which is very impressive in my opinion. As far as the battery goes for this, I mentioned that in my other video. These easily last, I believe it says 7 hours in the box, and I'm easily able to get 6 on these quite comfortably. So guys, which ones do I recommend? So honestly, all of them are, well, almost all of them are good for some purpose or another. Now, of course, I'm not gonna rule these out entirely. If you're somebody that really just doesn't want wired earbuds and there's a devil in the wire and you just wanna spend $25 and get wireless ones, go ahead and buy these. But to be honest, if I was going to spend $25, I would rather get a high quality pair of wired earbuds. Now, if you're going to spend anywhere from $50 to $130, the next 3 are going to be, much, much better than the Sentrys. Now, the Pasanomi, in my opinion, might be the best deal out of this entire group at only $49. They really pack a punch, and they do almost as much as the Galaxy Buds, and the compromises that they don't do, I'm honestly quite okay with. So the fact that they don't have wireless charging isn't really a big deal to me. I was very impressed with the range. They actually kept up quite well with the Galaxy Buds. Aesthetically, they look really similar. They fit very nicely. The battery lasts a long time. And overall, these were just an impressive pair of earbuds. Now, of course, you don't have the same quality of audio on these, and also you're not gonna have the proximity sensor. So those are really 2 big drawbacks, but other than that, these are definitely a great pair of earbuds. Then we have the Jam Ultras. Now, I really did like these, specifically for their style. I like how they have different colors. You can buy a whole bunch of different ones on their website. I'll link that down in the description below. But also, they look a little different. So I kind of, like I said, it looks a little bit like a beetle in your ear. They're not the best out of these. And I think that for $80, you do better with these for $50. But if these came down to around $45 or $50, I would say these would be a great purchase. Samsung Galaxy Buds might make the most sense for you if you have a Samsung phone. Although if you're looking to spend a little bit of extra money and you really want the higher quality, they definitely do pack a punch here, and they are cheaper than AirPods. I can talk about AirPods in another video if you guys want. Just let me know down in the description. Let me know also which one you guys actually choose out of these. Which one is your favorite one to use? Which one will you be buying, or did you buy? Or are there any other products that are similar to these that you think I should check out for the future if I end up making a round 2 video of this? Let me know, guys. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to click that subscribe button right there. If you want to see another video just like this one, click right there. And for my most recent upload, click right up there. You got 3 great options, guys. Click on any one of those, and I'll see you in the next video.